greetings, abundant blessings to us all. I definitely go by 𝙃𝙗𝙗, and welcome back to another Sunday sermon. This is a beautiful new series I kicked off last week. Thokozani. Once again, I am 𝙃𝙗𝙗. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is a beautiful series, In-ergy, a play on In-ergy Sunday Sermon. Okay, this one is not going to be too long, long, as I let you know in episode 1 of season 1, is that this is going to be an update of the collective energy as well as especially the collective energy. All right, it's all about freedom, freeing your dome, and moving from a state of nowhere to now here. Okay, that's a state of being, that's a state of consciousness, right? So we're going to tap straight into it. This one is not going to be long this Sunday. Okay, it is the second of the second month of 2025 on this Gregorian calendar. Okay, and once again, what happened to January? What happened to Janus? Okay, also this weekend, I love to call it the strength end, falls on a new moon. Okay, so I do have a few notes which I'm going to tap into. All of this is interacting with our cells. Okay, I've also now become an independent published author. All right, the pre-order link is available all over the social medias, and also shout out to the Lighthouse Portal 7.11, all the way from Maui, Hawaii, where we are independently publishing the Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1 from and through. All right, all these teachings will apply to you should you be 70 to 90% water, should you be born from a womb. Okay, matrix. That was one of the lives we went on Friday, 31st of Janus on TikTok. We do the Friday and the Moon Day on TikTok live, where we give the teachings based off of my Law of Attunement Teachings foundation. Okay, and what we discovered with that topic, right? Independence from the matrix. Okay, so we went into a lot of what actually does matrix mean? What does the matrix mean? And we got to that matrix not only means matter, but also means mother. Okay, a breeding female, womb. Okay, so with that gnosis, this is going to make more sense because I'm going to dub this episode 2, No More Living Vicariously. All right, the energy available is of you taking back your true freedom, your true freedom. All right, it's not just the thing that you spew and say. All right, you have to really start to begin to take stock within yourself and your cells. Okay, and when you begin to take stock within yourself and your cells, you then begin to understand. Okay, this is why I made this series. It's energy. But where does energy come from? All of these are just misnomers. All of these are simply terms which we throw around because someone told you. Once again, 𝙃𝙗𝙗, myself, I give the foundation in my new book of teachings, the Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1. The pre-order link is available everywhere. Please just check the socials, okay? Because right now with this energy for this Sunday sermon, as 𝙃𝙗𝙗 said, I'm not going to keep it long because everybody needs to go and do their work. All right, it's no more now living vicariously through. So the reason why I've named it No More Living Vicariously is this starts from the matrix, the first matrix we are born from. Okay, as per the live teachings which I gave on Friday on TikTok, we got to the root of what matrix means. Okay, it means womb, it means mother, it means a breeding female. Okay, so all of these roots mean that it is a feminine energy. Matrix is a feminine energy. So with that being said, based off of the teachings of my first book, the Law of Attunement Teachings book, and also out there everywhere, we are 70 to 90% water. We are also born from a womb. Water is the element which governs emotions. Okay. The element of water also governs not just emotions, your emotional intelligence. Right. What is the thing that is most intelligent about our civilization, or what do we pride ourselves about? Okay, about our intelligence in terms of smarts, in terms of building things, etc., etc. Cool. Once again, if you look at how we are programmed, in order to carry out what this life looks like, this matrix, okay, which is false, which is why it's crumbling, all of the systemic things in place, which are obviously built off a, what we say, patriarchy, is all based off of the womb. They're playing on a multidimensional, a metaphysical level. Remember, you were a thought before you became a thing. Okay, so all of what I'm speaking about, if you're not tapped into yourself and your cells, you can order my book, pre-order it right now, or you can just go to the teachings on my channel. Catch yourself up. It's all about self-mastery, self-gnosis. So now, with all of that as a gnosis, as a foundation, so that we have apples with apples, the trauma from the womb is what does not allow us as beings, okay, to live as sovereign, as freedom. Because freedom speaks on the dome, the mental side of life. Okay, so to no more live vicariously, as per this In-ergy Sunday sermon, you must be in a state of knowing yourself and your cells. Okay, otherwise, once again, as we are born from womb, from a mother, from womb, from matrix, right? It's another Latin word for matrix is womb. So that's another matrix we come through. Just check the lives, and also I'm going to put that replay on. It was on TikTok on Friday, the 31st. So since we come from that first matrix, we have already programs from the mother matrix, your first womb mother. Okay, if you're not born from a womb, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have to figure that out, right? However, with that trauma programming, blockages, etc., what we begin to carry out is what we are programmed to. Okay, that speaks to the patriarchal, because once again, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, there's no feminine energy in our teachings, in religions, in all of that stuff which society is built off, right? So if there's no mother, there's no matrix, there's no recognition, which is what is we've done to our emotions. We've done to our emotional quotient. IQ, amazing. Grown bodies, grown vessels, amazing. Mind, childish. Emotional intelligence, childish. It doesn't exist. You see? So the reason why we live vicariously through is because we're still children ourselves in the full sense. Okay? Look at this. Your parents, the pair who rent you, while you're still a child, they don't own you. Okay? It's another higher teaching. Once again, these are things you have to consolidate and heal through yourself and your cells. If you're unaware of what I'm speaking, you should rather go to my other teachings on my channel or keep following up, and also order the pre-order for the Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1. This is the prototype. This is what it looks like. Okay? These teachings are deep, but you are deep as well. They are multidimensional. You are multidimensional as well. All right? Body, mind, and spirit. We are engaging with all of these matrices, first within ourselves. So the reason why we live vicariously is because we haven't yet fulfilled that childlike desire, okay, in an adult body. And therefore, we push it through the children. So your parents, your guardians, whoever they are, whatever the case may be, have pushed their agenda upon you unbeknownst to them, or under the guise of, I love you, you're amazing, you're powerful, I just have all the care for you, your best interest at heart. All of these things come into play, okay? And so the reason why we have to stop living vicariously through anything, and we have to partake, is because that sun is turning up. UVA, UVB, UVC solar rays. What does that mean? UVC solar radiation are germ killers, detoxifiers, DNA mutators, and gene mutators, right? Gene expressions or genome expressions which were either not available, quote unquote, junk, or which can be switched on depending on your environment, your human condition, as per my book, The Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1, right? Pre-order link available. Make your purchases. Depending on your environment, your cells, CELLPH, your potential hydrogen. Are you in acidosis, currently cooking? Your element of fire within is very rife. Therefore, it brings out other elements, diseases, dysfunction, discombobulation. All right? Or are you in alkaline? Alkalinity is where you can create. Remember, everything within you is also permanently in darkness. Darkness is creation or destruction or both, depending on your level of consciousness and where you are coming from, and also which womb matrix are you fulfilling. Once again, when you come through your first matrix, which is mother, the amniotic fluids, you're already embalmed, imbued, okay? You're anointed with that programming already. And should she be unhealed, that programming runs to the point of dysfunction, disease, combobulation, and confusion, you see? So that confusion leads to freedom. You cannot be free in your dome if your mind is still stuck elsewhere. All right? Once again, you're nowhere. So in order for you to become now here, you need to throw away all of what you thought you knew and start to learn yourself and your cells, because cellular memory. Once again, all of these teachings are in my lives. They're in the book. I'm not going to keep this one too long. But once again, January is already over. The year's already gone, pretty much. If you think energy, right? This is why this is an energy sermon. Also, you are accelerating. You're accelerating very quickly. All right. So remember, it's going to look like a lot of things are hitting you at once. But remember, living vicariously through will only prolong your pain. That means you're unhealed. That means the programming through the first matrix you came through, which is mother womb, okay, it has imprinted things upon you. Therefore, your expression, because of the impression, is discombobulation, it's disease, it's not in order, it's misaligned, misattuned, okay? Hence why Baba Lex is here with the Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1. Pre-order link is available. Please go and check it out. Speaking of, we have the Lighthouse Portal, 7-Eleven, all the way from Maui in the house. Thank you so much. And yes, the link is also available through you. So this new moon in Aquarius as well with this energy has been very powerful. What it's doing is, with the new moon as per usual, okay, these celestial things, they don't govern you, but they have an influence on you because they are also bodies of water, okay? They're a matrix of water. You're a matrix of water and put together, okay? We discussed this in the live on Friday, all right? This is the notes from there, but go check it out. The replay will be up in about a few days, right? So you can better understand yourself. All of these shifts over there are already happening within you. Remember, if you're looking to align outside, you've already fucked up. Yes, make your altar. Yes, get some incense. Yes, prepare your space. Yes, take a fast, especially. Be a clear vessel. Be in reception to receive. You see? But if you have blockages, if you have doubts, fears, if you're glitching back into programming, which you've already healed, which means you have not integrated, that's a feminine principle energy. You're nowhere, okay? Once again, you must commune with yourself and yourselves. It's not a rocket science, but self-love is tough. That's a feminine energetic principle. We're hyper masculine in this society. So therefore, by default, okay, unbeknownst or beknownst now, if you don't know, you will find out that we are living out our death on purpose. Okay? So all of these energies are just simply prompts to you to begin to take stock of what's really real. What I can tell you for sure off the cuff, what's really real is your breath. What's really real is you here now. What's really real is the fact that you were in 2020 and you're here now. If you took that thing, the needlecraft, it's for educational purposes only, you most likely are a different person in your mind, especially if you haven't cleansed it. This is for educational purposes only. Take it, don't take it. This is your cells that you have introduced foreign messenger RNA. That UVC rays, Solar radiation is DNA and gene mutator. So I don't know if it's Baba Lex that's pissing you off, or it's your cells that are talking to you and saying, wow, you know what? I got a cleanse. Of course. You don't have to do anything, anyone, no one's selling you anything. But what you've got to do is now start to take stock of what you ingest. And soul, your soul, solar plexus, and the soles of your feet. The only matrix to commune with, which will not steer you wrong, is Mother Nature. That's another mother. Spoke about it in the live. That replay will be up. Very intricate, but also it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, your senses are dulled. There's something happening, which you've got to cleanse out. Remove the programming. Once you remove programming, you're then able to see clearly. Even your eye begins to start to shine. Okay, you start to pulse different waves of energy. Therefore, you don't have to align to anything. The things align to you because you're attuned. The law of attunement. It's all about an inner world, an inner power. But you cannot get there if you're living vicariously. My child, I really love you, so you're definitely going to study this bull trash. You're going to traumatize yourself again because I paid for it, because blah, 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 all of this fish paste. And then you're going to live out my dreams to your expense. Guess what that does? It breeds more generations of resentment. You walk around with a disdain even for your own kind or your own tribe or your own culture. You see, it goes deep. And this depth is not even, it's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? You've just touched the tip of your own iceberg, all right? Once again, it's all up to you. It's an inside job. I just want to say in closing, shout out to, I'm going to call her Fish, 88-year-old Fish, and very, very, very vivacious. But also what she's let me know is that in her journey, along her journey, one thing that she was missing, and also what gave a lot of disease, is the lack of self-love. She used to be, she still is a firecracker being, but her husband passed away 50 years ago. Her children don't like her. Her daughters, her son, 4 or 5 children don't speak to her because of her ideologies or who she is, and also that lack of self-love. I mean, once again, I'm telling you this to tell you this. She started to introduce self-love. They've had a battle to go, to separate things. They try to put her in an old age home, all of that jazz, and in this, she's found freedom. And that freedom was through loving herself and loving them enough not to try and tell them and force them upon them what she was brought up upon. You see, this is a gnosis, which is an inside job. It's an inner spark. It's a beautiful thing. She's 88 years old. Shout out, Fish. I'm calling you Fish, and that's not her name. But I'm shouting you out because you're probably going to watch this when your eyesight restores. This is also work that we're doing. This is for educational purposes as well. I'm getting goosebumps right now. Wow. How we're able to assist by just helping others change their consciousness. Not your thoughts, not your beliefs, because those are your own. Your consciousness. Okay? At 88, introducing self-love, and now miraculous healings are taking place. Of course, her inner environment, her human condition, as per my book, The Law of Human Teachings, is so primed for her to now experience health. Remember, within is always in darkness. Therefore, it's chaos. Chaos is either creation or destruction, or both. Within you, there's always creations and destructions taking place. It's called birth. It's called life. It's called death. It's called destruction. It's called God. G-O-D. Generator, operator, destroyer of your own life. Please start to change the way you spell to your cells, because you hear you first. Once you begin to do this, it's all freedom. Free dome. I'm Baba Lex. This is episode 2 of Sunday In-ergy Sermon. In-ergy Sunday Sermon. Please remain blissful. Stay liquid.